your show today and speak on this. But
you.
I actually got inspired to do the Dr. Sebi diet when you actually told me you were in at the village. When you put the video out, you went to visit, the village and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm really going to consider going on that diet. Well, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, pretty much. So I did that. That time, I downloaded the nutritional guide, and I pretty much followed the nutritional guide for about 23 days.
Wow.
So I was making everything, with him, you have to do the spelt, you have to make your own bread, your own tortillas. I was doing the whole thing, It was very time consuming. That's one thing I want to say about that. If you're going to go to that lifestyle, you have to plan. If you are working, like I was always working. So if you're working, that lifestyle, you have to plan it out because you're going to find yourself having to eat something at some point in time that you probably did not plan or want to eat. So I was able to do that for about 22 days. And then I had to add different things to my diet because it became too cumbersome. So, but I followed it to the T. I was making my own, I was making my own breads. I was doing everything, and I really felt a change in me, and I had a different outlook on eating in general, So I progressed to that, to just eating better, not necessarily buying any meat. I don't eat any meat outside of my home, really. It's very rare that I do. If I buy meat from one place, and it's a place that gets their meat from a local farm in Texas, and it's shipped fresh to this place. There's only one place in Dallas that has this meat. So I don't buy meat for myself out of Walmart or the grocery store or anything like that. So I only get meat from one place, and that's where I eat my meat from.
Do you mind telling us the name of that place?
Oh, it's called Burgundy Meats.
Burgundy Meats, and once again,
all their meats are totally organic, and it's pasture-fed chicken, pasture-fed beef. So I didn't want grain-fed because, grain-fed, that's not a natural way for an animal to eat, is from grain. That's how you raise animals. But pasture-fed is a natural way that cows, chickens are supposed to be raised. So I only buy pasture-raised, grass-fed meats. And there's only one place that I've known of in Dallas. So if I'm going to eat meat, that's where I get the meat from.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and then gradually over time I put meat back into my diet sometimes. Like I might eat it once or twice a month. But for the most part, I still maintain the Dr. Sebi list as the core things that I eat. I say 80% of the time is what I eat for the most part.
So let me ask you this. First of all, kudos to you for doing that. You said for almost 30 days?
Yes. It was 23 days with strictly doing everything only from that list.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that takes a lot of self-discipline and mental challenge. And I say that because when I was down there in Usha Village, I was down there probably about 7 days, and it was a challenge doing it. I was there at the actual facility where they had chefs making the meals without meat and all that. But when you come back here, it's almost like, wow, we just poisoned with so much stuff. So to do that, that's a lot of self-discipline. And like I said, much praise and respect to you for that. But what I wanted to ask you about the herbs, is there any particular herbs in regards to the Dr. Sebi as well as outside Dr. Sebi that you take on a daily basis?
I do the sea moss. That's the main thing that I do. The sea moss is so good for you. I can't really describe it. I was getting the sea moss the way that you originally, remember I reached out to you and you told me you were taking the Dr. Sebi
bromide powder.
Bromide powder. I couldn't take that because the smell was too much.
The smell. Bladder whack.
Yeah, that's too much. So I started getting locally the sea moss. And they make it into the gel. You add the spring water to the sea moss. Because I did, I tried the sea moss, the natural sea moss, but you have to, you have to clean it, get all the salt off of it. So it's more time consuming to me. It's very easy for me just to buy the jar, the gel already cleaned and added, the spring water already added. So I make the sea moss into a smoothie pretty much every day. That's my main staple. The sea moss is good. It gives you a good energy. You feel more clear. I didn't have eyebrows for a long time. I started growing eyebrows back. I was like, oh. Yeah, I didn't even, I mean, you get benefits you didn't even know you were going to get. I used to have problems with dry skin, so I have to get medicated lotion for my skin, and I don't have to take any, I don't have to buy it anymore. So my skin, and I used to have dandruff. I don't have dandruff anymore. So I can attribute it mostly to the sea moss. That's the only thing I can say.
So let me jump in real quick. So what is sea moss?
Sea moss is a natural carrying moss that's in the sea. So it has about 92 minerals in it that your body needs. So it has 92 minerals in it. So it's the most mineral rich substance out there available for consumption. So, but it's just if you think about the moss when you go to a beach, that's it. it smells like the sea. So that's why the smell is like, you have to clean it good, and so that's why I prefer to buy it from someone, because the smell you have to get used to it. If you take it raw and prepare yourself, you kind of got to get used to the smell and the taste.
And the unique thing about that, and we're going to end up bringing up another guest that's up there in Dallas with you, that I got in the hold right now. What a lot of people don't realize is with sea moss, and I'm glad you said that, a lot of people don't realize sea moss has more than, as you stated, 92 minerals. And there's 102 minerals. So to have 92 minerals out of 102 minerals is a lot from one source, and that's the sea moss. And I didn't realize how powerful that was until I was down there in Dr. Sabi's village taking it. And as you stated, it has so many benefits that I believe that if we just take it daily, we will see benefits in the body, just the sea moss alone.
Yeah.
It's amazing you hear that. In regards to Dr. Sabi's product, the sea moss and bladderwrack, this goes back to the compound formula. As a matter of fact, you're a pharmacist, so you can speak more about that. But whenever you start mixing the herbs, you can get even more of an effect. But at the same time, you got to know what you're doing when you're mixing the herbs. So with the sea moss and bladderwrack, it gives that bromide powder, which Dr. Sabi calls it, a whole nother effect. But as Dr. Prevost stated, the smell is a little unique. And matter of fact, you don't need that much. When I use the bladderwrack, I probably use probably about a teaspoon, if not a half a tablespoon, because it's so potent. Yeah. But you definitely want to drink it with a smoothie, but it has so much benefits just with the sea moss. And that bladderwrack just make it more of an enhancer, what I would call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So when it comes to vitamins, I guess, right? So we go to Walmart, HEB, or wherever, right? And we can get the vitamins. And I hear about the vitamins at those places. Now, I also hear about other types of vitamins, like the more natural, the more organic, or stuff like from Dr. Sabi or whomever. Is the stuff from those stores like Walmart, HEB, are they really good for you?
Well, I can say this. Being a pharmacist, I worked also at a natural pharmacy. So we supplied a natural holistic doctor, and we supplied vitamins for his patients, right? So what I learned working there as a pharmacist, I worked there like, I think 2 years. The vitamins that you buy at Walgreens and Walmart are garbage. You should never buy vitamins from the local pharmacy. You need to buy, the best place to buy your vitamins actually is on Amazon, because you can find the manufacturer of the vitamins that have the most, I guess you say, reliability, because a lot of the vitamins that they have at Walmart, the brands are very commercialized and they don't have high, I don't know how you can describe it as saying that, I'm not saying they lying, but it's not very truthful about what they have in it. I just say it like that. Because it's not a regulated product. I can say that.
Yeah, that I do know. But I was just wondering, because So that's kind of interesting that you say that. So all of these years, I ought to be mad at my mama for giving me the like Flintstone diet.
Right,
Give me the Flintstones.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So you'd be better off taking a vitamin from a known person that's making it, like a master herbalist, or if you even go, if you went on Dr. Sebi's website and you bought the vitamins on his website, I've taken those. Like I've taken the what is it? The bromide capsules. I've taken those. I've taken the estro. I've taken the green formula. I'm taking the green formula now. You can definitely feel the effect. Whereas when you buy vitamins from Walgreens, Walmart, you probably don't even feel any different when you take it. But when you've taken a vitamin over a period of time, you should actually feel different. If you're not feeling different, then you know that vitamin is not doing anything for you.
So me being a newbie to this whole thing, what would be, if you could, and this may be an unfair question to ask, but what would be a good starting point as far as, you know, like starting with taking vitamins? Like, what would you, if I was on a budget?
Okay.
What would I start with?
Personally, me, what I do is if I'm taking a vitamin that I don't know much about, like I don't know who is a good manufacturer for a vitamin, I start on Amazon and I start with the top rated one as far as customer reviews. And I read the reviews and I see if these people have had a benefit from taking it. If you got like 10,000 people and it's got like 5 stars, that's telling you right there that this vitamin is something that has been proven effective in 15,000 people most of the time. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I would start. You find out which vitamin you want to take. And I basically use Amazon. I'm not going to lie. Because I want to search a lot of different manufacturers, you know, at one time. You might not buy it from Amazon, but I start there as far as the reviews.
Now, in regard to towards the end, I'm gonna talk about some known sources where you can purchase these herbs. And see, I got Brother Troy on there. Welcome, Brother Troy. They want to correct me, which he's right. Dr. Sebi don't do vitamins as herbs. All this stuff is herbs. So we do gotta
Right. It's a difference.
Right, distinguish vitamins from herbs, and it is a big difference. And Dr. Prevost was talking about when it comes to the vitamins, they're not 100% real. And I don't know if I want to use that maybe bad choice of words, but it's a lot of fillers, a lot of other things that it kind of takes away from it.
Yeah.
Not go too much in the scientific and molecular formula of it, but it's different than the herbs. The herbs you're getting, actually the herbs versus with the vitamins, you're getting all the gelatin, food coloring, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you may only be getting actually, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, probably 40 or 50% of that actual vitamin.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's in regards to the vitamins. But pretty much we just stick it on top with the herbs. I'm gonna go to a commercial right quick to talk about some of our sponsors. I'm gonna bring up a special guest that's out of Dallas that's actually up there slanging the sea moss, and he can talk about a little bit more about the sea moss. If y'all would, I'm like to give some respect to our sponsors for sponsoring the show. This is Stitch Lux sponsoring the Men's Talk. That was Stitch Lux, which is one of our sponsors, as well as I want to do that. I'm going to do this. As well as for those that's looking for a CBD product, we have Houston CBD, who's actually sponsoring this as well. You can go to the site and get your CBD products. They provide lab certification, as well as many other products, as well as if you're looking to make extra money, they teach you how to start your own school. You can start retailing CBD products online, as well as they got the salve, the massage oil, the body butter, the gummies, the tinctures. And when it comes to CBD, you got to make sure you get a good product that can be lab tested. There's a lot of CBD on the market right now that's not tested, and people are just selling CBD just to be selling it. As well as they got the botanical oil that comes from Dr. Sabi's Village down there that they're retailing. So those are sponsors. Now, let's bring up our special guest, another one of our special guests. This guy has been doing a lot. He does a lot up there in the community. If you're familiar with, I think they call the Dallas 7. When they had the crooked murderer police officer that killed our brother up there, they pretty much went and protested in front of the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, ended up getting arrested for it. As well as he got the Alkaline Show. He's also an entertainer. I actually met him when he came down to perform at the Malcolm X thing that we had going on down here. And he just does a lot. I want to bring up no other than my brother Schultz. Brother Schultz, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hey, man, say, man, you know what I'm saying? I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, let me bring your video up. I want to bring your video up. Can you come up? Can you come up?
Bring it up, man.
Do you got a video, or are you on your phone, Brother Schultz?
Oh, look, my bad, Jake. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely on my phone. Like, I'm finna pull up at the crib, though, you know what I'm saying? I thought you had a video finna play or something, you know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, I'm on my phone. Like, what, I need to FaceTime or something?
That's all right, man. Just talk about, first of all, let's talk about this sea moss that you've been slinging, man. What got you into slinging the sea moss, and what's the response from the community up there, man?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So what got me into it is pretty much just, you know, trying to basically afford to get enough quantity for myself, you know, at a right price. And then I'm like, you know, it was other people that's on this journey that I'm on. And I seen, like, you know, I was just, you know, making it for my chick and then some of her clients. And then, you know, I just made a post online and I'm like, dang, it's a lot of people that's trying to get access to this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's kind of what, like, got me started with it. But beyond that, man, it's really overwhelming. Like, you know, you think that you're on this your health journey alone or whatever journey you're on alone, and it's you know, you don't really know that it's a lot of people that's on the same journey that you on. So, you know, man, I got orders on orders on orders. I'm also selling elderberry too. But yeah, man, I'm backed up right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Jack. I gotta have people pre-order because there's so many people that want to get, you know, on this wave. They didn't know, they just didn't have anybody that local that they could know that they trusted who had access to this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, I just got a lot of orders. It's you know, it's going very smooth right now. But you know, addition to that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's also an education process because a lot of the people that my customers or supporters, they didn't know about CMOS previously. Like, somebody may have heard of it. Some people heard of it. They didn't know where to get access to it from. But then, you know, you also got, you know, the population that don't know about it. And then, you know, I had to educate them, you know what I'm saying? And then, so, you know, you got those two sides, the people that were interested, they didn't know where to get it. And then you got the people that, you know, you just had to educate on. And like I was saying, man, you know, it has like 92 minerals out of 102 that our body needs. And I just think that that one benefit alone is a really good selling point, you know?
It really is, brother, and I'm glad you shared that, man. And let me ask you about your CMOS, because once again, CMOS come in different forms. I use the capsules.
Right.
Right. Prevost, I think she said she used the capsules.
Right.
Used the capsule, Dr. Prevost?
No, actually, I didn't know he was gonna be on there. I bought my sea moss from him. I started buying it from him. I was like, I know I recognize that.
Small world.
Straight up. That's crazy.
Small world.
Hey man, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and it's
that's funny.
It's crazy how the universe works and it all comes together. Yeah, with the CMOS, man, I've been watching you sling that CMOS, and back then people really couldn't get it. If you all
right
that follow me, if you go to the Real Man Talk on YouTube, actually I have a video where I was down there at Dr. Sabi's Village, and his sister, Evelyn, was actually making it. She was showing you how to make the sea moss, as Dr. Prevost stated. It's some little work with, taking the salt and taking all that out, but she showed you
man.
the gel. And the gel is so beneficial because you can put it in your hair, you can put it in your smoothies, you can put it on your face.
Right.
It's so much you can put the sea moss gel. That's just the gel.
Right.
With the capsule, matter of fact, I just took some capsule before the show started, but I posted a link on Facebook to those that's following us. Thank you very much. New Body Soul is one place you can actually get some of the capsules. With Brother Short on it, Brother Short, how can they go about getting up with you to get the gel? Do you ship?
Oh yeah, I ship all across the country, man. You got to ship it cold. They got to stay refrigerated. So that's how I do it. I got the thermal mailers. I got the, I ship it out with what am I thinking about with dry ice. You know what I'm saying? The thermal mailers, dry ice, and then I kind of expedite it or do the priority thing. And so we make sure it's refrigerated, it's cold for the customers. But if they want to reach out, they can hit me directly, on my social media pages, all of that. But I'm also getting the website created as we speak. My brand is called The Alkaline Hour, and that's THA Alkaline Hour, on Instagram, Facebook, and then, eventually .com. You know what I'm saying? But, everything right here is Dr. Sabi inspired, in addition to the sea moss and the elderberry, man, I'm also, making plates, vegan dishes inspired by Dr. Sabi's nutritional guide as well.
Hey, thank you for sharing that, man. And while I got you on, I want to maximize your time. Tell people, how can the sea moss be beneficial in a time like this when we're dealing with this corona?
Okay, so for me personally, man, it's like, you want your body has the natural ability to heal itself. That's what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And then the sea moss, what it does, it actually helps. Not only does it boast 92 minerals, but it also has, a effect on pretty much, your entire body. You know what I'm saying? So if your whole body is functioning properly, then it's going to do more of what it needs to do to heal itself. And I heard y'all mentioning the bladderwrack and things of that nature, the burdock root. And then so, in addition to the sea moss, you want to take things like bladderwrack and burdock root because, you got your liver and your kidneys, and what they're supposed to do is to, filter out toxins, purify your blood, and those things of that nature. So if you got your colon right, you know what I'm saying, you're getting your colon, getting the, all that toxicity out of your colon, your lungs, your liver, and then your kidneys are filtering properly. And then, you're going to get the most benefit out of the sea moss. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the whole body. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, when they have issues, they want to, take something for one part of your body, but you want to have a holistic approach. You feel me? And then so with that being said, sea moss doesn't just have 92 minerals. It also helps with the thyroid. Not only does it help with the thyroid, but it also helps you with the mucus. You know what I'm saying? But not just with the mucus, it also helps you, eliminate waste and other things. So the sea moss is very beneficial because it doesn't just do one thing for you. It, gives you a holistic approach to health. You know what I'm saying?
Man, thank you very much, man. And I like the way you put that because bladderwrack and sea moss does do that. And for those that don't know what bladderwrack is a type of seaweed. And as Brother Short stated, it does help with thyroid. It helps with arthritis, joint pain, digestive orders. And to you all that's never been to Houston, or those who have been to Houston, we have a vegan restaurant there called Sunshine's. And one of our
we've been there.
You familiar with? Okay, you familiar with? So with Sunshine as well as Dr. Sunshine down here as well, right?
Yeah.
So Dr. Sunshine and Dr. Goss, which is New Body Soul, and Dr. Sabi, all them been doing this for a long time. So in Sunshine Restaurant, they have a lot of the herbs, they have a lot of the alkaline foods, and Dr. Sunshine does a lot for the community. For example, I had some friends down there from South Carolina that was visiting. Took them up to Sunshine's, and Dr. Sabi, not Sabi, but Dr. Sunshine so happened to be in the place where he was meeting with some clients, and decided to meet with the guests I had. Pretty much was sharing with them what was going on with their body. And so some of the things that Dr. Sunshine does is he has this camera that he puts to your eyes, and he pretty much can tell you what's going on with your body. And without even knowing this woman, he pretty much told her what was wrong with her body, and which I knew was wrong with her, but he didn't have no clue, but he was able to tell that through her eyes. And that's one of the things that Dr. Sunshine does for the community, as well as he teach how to make these vegan meals.
Right.
I don't know which Saturdays, but he got different Saturdays that he does that. But once again, he has all them herbs at the Sunshine Restaurant. So if you come to Houston, you definitely want to stop by Sunshine's. As well as Dr. Prevost stated, there's a place in Dallas that she gets her meats. And if you can't find that particular place, look at Hialeah markets. A lot of Hialeah markets have those foods that you can get that don't have the treated antibiotics meats for those that still eat meat.
Right.
Brothers, anything else you want to say before we let you go? I know you're busy, so is anything else you want to say to the people out there that's listening?
Man, I just want to say, take care of yourself. Your health is your wealth. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't living right, if you ain't feeling good, if your mood ain't right, you know what I'm saying? If your skin ain't right, it's gonna mess your confidence up. But you can live a long life. You can live a very confident life. Especially if you feeling good internally. And I think that a lot of people are going through the similar issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, thyroid issues, and a lot of what we thinking, our mentality, we've been trained and conditioned to think that this is hereditary. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking away from some hereditary issues or some potential hereditary issues, but what's also hereditary for the most part is your diet and your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You get your lifestyle and your diet from those who taught you and brought you up. So if we can, and for me, that's a generational curse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really esoteric or superstitious and all that. But, I look at things more on a scientific level, and I feel like generational curses is these health issues that we passing down to our offspring. And if we can, break that cycle, if we can break these habits and gain new ones, then, us as a people will be a stronger people, a more confident people, and a more productive people, because we would have the energy to not only change our lifestyles, but change the lives of the people around us, of our community. So, that's what the Alkaline Hour is looking to do. We want to inspire healthy families. And if we can inspire healthy families, then we can inspire healthy neighborhoods. If we can do healthy neighborhoods, then we can do the community, you know what I'm saying? And this, we can just keep going on expanding. So please follow the Alkaline Hour on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that, you know what I'm saying? We drop into science and, long live Dr. Sabi, you know what I'm saying? Straight like, one more thing, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all was saying about the powder and the gel, like for me personally, I feel like the gel is better because the gel is fresh. When we're dealing with these products, they could be put up in a warehouse or put up on a shelf for a long period of time, and we don't really know that. But the gel has kind of like a shelf life, and after 3 weeks or so, about a month, it's going to go bad and stuff. But when we deal with capsules, like they can, you just can't tell how fresh they are. So that's why I personally prefer the gel over that. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. And then one more thing, you know what I'm saying? I was a part of the Dallas 9, you know what I'm saying? The Dallas 9, you know what I mean? It was 9 of us that got arrested for protesting for Botham Jean, who got killed in his apartment. I also have an ankle monitor on my leg right now due to this protest, but that's not here nor there. Do y'all have a Lamar Street in Houston?
I want to say yes.
All right, look, so Lamar was the second president of the Republic of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Lamar was not only a slave owner, Mirabeau Lamar actually, exterminated, sanctioned the extermination of Native Americans. His philosophy was for, white people to be supreme, then they have to exterminate all the Cherokees and other Native American tribes. So, Texas and the South, they honor, white supremacists such as Lamar with streets, with schools, and things of that nature. So I'm doing a campaign to actually change Lamar Street to Botham Jean Boulevard. Lamar Street in Dallas is where the Dallas Police Headquarters is. It's also the street that Botham Jean died on, you know what I'm saying? And then so just how powerful would that be if we change that street in particular to Botham Jean Boulevard? So anyways, I wanted to throw that out there because, I do believe Houston does have a Lamar Street. And if y'all want to get on that wave, man, follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Brother Shout, BrothaShawt. or Devontae D. Peters on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, brother, for having me on, you know what I'm saying? I apologize for my tardiness, you know what I'm saying?
That's all right, man. I appreciate all you do, and I appreciate what you do for the community. I also want to tell you, man, thank you so much for your activism because I don't know if you realize, but you sparked a lot of people to pay attention to politics when you was running for city council, and much respect for you for even doing that, man. But you brought a lot of awareness that caused a lot of people who probably didn't care about politics to look into it. So much love and much respect for you for that, man. And to the panel and the guests, do you have any questions for Brother Schultz while we have him?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Okay, so I've been going back and forth between I always use spring water, okay?
Right.
Drink spring water. But now I'm seeing different people who use an alkaline water. Okay,
right.
Who do you prefer? I know Dr. Sebi preached about spring water. I'm asking you, Brother Shaw, what do you prefer?
Great question.
Yeah, that is a really great question. I think it's a very relevant question. And personally, I think spring water all day, because a lot of these alkaline waters, they're not naturally alkaline. I forgot the process, but it's a mechanical process. I don't know if it's iodine. I forgot the name of the process, but it's basically not naturally alkaline water for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the spring water for the most part is alkaline. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, or neutral. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely, me personally, stay away from the alkaline waters, because they're not naturally alkaline. They're induced to be alkaline. And then just because it's alkaline doesn't mean there's not chemicals in it. You know what I'm saying? Additional chemicals. And then you got these alkaline waters that is too alkaline. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not neither good. That's not good either. So I would definitely spring water all day. You know what I'm saying? Over alkaline water.
So let me ask you this, Brother Shaw. I'm glad you said that. Is there a particular brand of spring water that we can get? Is it a particular trusted source of spring water that you recommend? Because I haven't really found anything that I really trust when it comes to spring water on the shelves.
Right. Well, you know, so for me personally, you know, I would still say, spring water over the purified, distilled, and everything else they got out there. The brand situation, you know, I rock with Fiji. But you know, for me, it's more so the packaging. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the spring water is still in plastic, which we know is not the best way to carry your water or carry anything that you're gonna put in your body. You know what I'm saying? Due to when the sun hit plastic, it's a byproduct called BPA. That's causing cancers and different health issues. And then these chemicals is also going to have to pass down your kidneys and, affect your kidneys or whatever. So I'm going to say, anything that's in glass, that's what I would prefer, something in glass. But I do need to do more research on the spring water brands myself personally. But, I know places like Arkansas, you can actually, go out there and get spring water that's pumped directly from the ground or whatever, from the hot springs. And, so I say that's the bestest way, you know what I'm saying? But as far as something over the counter, I'm either go for Fiji, which is still in plastic. But other than that, I'm gonna be more comfortable with something that comes in a glass container,
Glad you said that, because actually I'm planning a trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Get some spring water.
It's so good.
So you have had some.
Yes.
It's definitely a difference. It's a difference in taste and all of that.
Interesting.
You're right.
Yeah. Go down there and get some water. It's 100% better than any water you probably ever tasted. I love it.
Right.
It's amazing, because I just came off a cruise about 2 weeks ago, and I met this couple from Hot Springs, and they was talking about how people come up there just to get the hot spring water. And it's the way you get it, then later on you can put it in a glass, but they was talking about just the taste is completely different. So I said, I'm definitely add that to my calendar, but with this corona, it messed up a lot of my traveling plans.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. Brother Schultz, man, thank you, man. Once again, much peace and blessings to you, man. I love what you do. Keep what you're doing. And once again, y'all follow Brother Schultz at, you said the Alkaline Hour?
Yeah, THA hour, you know what I'm saying? The Alkaline Hour.
Okay. Right there.
And that's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. And it's THA because that's the type of demographic that I'm trying to reach. You know, these health platforms have these big words. It's on a collegiate level, but, you know, some of our people ain't there yet, especially a lot of the people that need this information the most. So I'm just trying to relate to like a more urban or whatever demographic, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely everywhere. And then, you know, alkalinehour.com coming super soon. You feel me? And I appreciate you, buddy. Y'all peace. I gotta go back and make this CMOS, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
All right, thanks,
All
man.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much we have a couple minutes left and we're going to wrap up. Dr. Prevost, I definitely want to bring you up for more conversation because there's a lot of other things I want to talk to you about. Definitely with financial literacy, you're very big on that. And you have any tidbits you'd like to share before we end this in regards to that or any health and wellness tips?
Basically start, you know, when all this stuff went on with the corona, people are going to the grocery stores and I noticed that everybody's buying all the bad food. All the frozen food, all the food in the aisles, and I'm shopping and I'm still shopping along the outside of the store, and it's plenty of limes, lemons, fruits. So what I'm saying is that if in these times, you know, why are you going for the bad food? I mean, there's so much good food still out there. So just because you might fear that it might be no food, don't go and get bad food. You know, that's the main thing I want to stress.
Great point. Great point. And with that being said, Dr. Prevost, where can they find you and how can they follow you? Because you got so many things going on. I don't know what to promote. So what do you want them to follow you at?
Hey, I'm at Niota, Niota, Prevost. And that's on Facebook. I'm also on Buy Black DFW on Instagram. I'm on Kendra Prevost, I believe, on Instagram too.
Okay.
But my main Facebook is Niota, Niota, Prevost.
Okay.
P is in Paul, Revost.
Okay. And you be moving them houses up there, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Them houses. Yes. Someone, let me go to the Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Someone asked, can kids use CMOS? Yes, the kids can use CMOS. They definitely bind up the tissue. What else? Okay, that was all the questions. And thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Kyles, is there anything that you want to say before we get off here?
Man, the only thing I want to say to everybody is to really listen to what Dr. Prevost said today about the CMOS and the other like natural and the herbs. I think we can probably heal ourselves a whole lot better if we take the right stuff. So that's what I want to say. And I like what Brother Shaw said. You know, this is like a generational thing. So if we can heal ourselves now, we can heal our kids, or, you know, and everybody else. So I'm definitely going to look into this because I didn't know a whole lot about it. I've heard about it, I read about it, but I'm going to take a little bit more serious and just see. Yeah. And also want to give a shout out to everybody on Facebook that had tuned in. I want to say hello to everybody, and big shout out to my fam that's supporting us, and that's all I have.
And I want to thank you all as well as my panelists for coming up and joining today. Thank you everybody on Facebook for tuning in. Those that try to tune in to YouTube, my apologies. For some reason, we couldn't tune in with YouTube. There's some issues going on, as well as sometime with Facebook. So sometimes we go back and forth. I try to stream from both sources. So this video will be uploaded to YouTube to those who couldn't join. But every Wednesday at 8 p.m., join us. This is what we do. We talk about various things that helps the community and help the people. And once again, you all, I'll just challenge you, find you 1 or 2 herbs to your body and start just taking them on a daily basis. And we talked about CMOS today. We talked about bladder whack. There's many more out there, but just find you some, put in your body, and just take care of yourself, take care of your body, besides being on all these medications. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you get off your medication. I'm saying just find some herbs that's going to help with your body. Thank you all for joining. See you next Wednesday. And once again, everybody be safe. Thank you very much.
Peace out. Peace out, cousins.
Bye.
Bye, Dr. Prevost.
Bye-bye. Nice talking to you guys.
Thank you. We definitely bring you back on. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a good